Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to spoken English class. Dear students, today I am going to teach you about expressing obligation. Expressing obligation means to say that which we must do or which we have to do. The work which we have to do or which we must do is called obligations. So we have three types of obligation: present obligation, past obligation, and future obligation. That is present obligation, past obligation, and future obligation. Today we will discuss about present obligation. Present obligation. In present obligation we use has to and have to, are used to express strong obligation and compulsion. In simple words, we can say that the work which we have to do or which we must do, at daytime we use obligations. When we are talking about present, so we will use present obligation. When we are talking about past, so we will use past obligation. When we are talking about future, so we will use future obligation. So today we will discuss present obligation. In present obligation we use has to and have to. That is the structure of present obligation. In positive sentences, has to, subject plus has to and have to plus base form plus subject. In negative sentence, after subject we use do not and does not. In negative sentences, subject plus do not and does not plus has to and have to plus base form of the verb plus object. Keep in your mind, in obligation sentences we use base form of the verb. In interrogative, do and does use in the beginning, then subject, then has to and have to, then base form, then object. In WH question, in question words use in the beginning, then do and does, and then subject, then has to and have to, and then base form of the verb. That is the structure of positive sentences. Subject used in the beginning. For example, he has to speak English in the class. It means to say that is compulsory for him to speak English in the class or to talk in English in the class. Expressing obligation are used to express those actions which we must do. For example, if I say I have to get up early in the morning, मुझे सुबह सवेरे उठना पड़ता है. That's my compulsion. I have to offer prayer 5 times in a day. It's our obligation. हम पे फर्ज है नमाज, हम 5 वक्त की नमाज अदा करते हैं. We have to follow the rules and regulation of metropolitan school and college. We have to take the classes regularly. Such type of obligation which you have to do, so you will use subject plus has to and have to. He, she and singular noun we use has to. With I, we and you and they we use have to. Has to will use with he, she and singular noun. Have to will use I, we, you, they. In the negative sentences we use he doesn't has to, or I don't have to. In interrogative sentences, do and does use in the beginning. Do I have to speak English, or does he have to speak English? In question words use in the beginning, then do, does, then subject, then has to and have to, then base form of the verb. For example, what do you have to do? For example, here we have mentioned some examples. You have to play cricket. In negative sentences, we can say that you don't have to play cricket. In interrogative sentences, do you have to play cricket,